4 vehicles, 1 border crossing, and a journey through the heart of the mountain kingdom. We set off on an expedition across ancient river valleys, along remote gravel roads carved high into the mountains, and trails that demand respect from both driver and machine. We crossed rivers, followed their flow, and stood in awe at one of Africa's highest waterfalls. We explored engineering marvels like the Katse Dam and traced the waters that feed a nation. We traveled through quiet villages where time moves with the seasons, and set up camp in wild places that defy description, under open skies with nothing but stars and story to light the night, until it all led to one of the most iconic passes in the world. This is Lesotho, raw, real and unforgettable. This is the Rivers of Lesotho. In this episode, we cross the border into the mountain kingdom of Lesotho. From Semonkong to the confluence of the Senqu and Senquyane Rivers, we drive rough tracks, camp at wild, unforgettable places, tackle one of the worst gravel roads we've ever seen, and share stories around the fire under 1,000 stars. Every great journey needs a solid crew. Leading the charge, Ryan, our guide, in his trusted GD6 Hilux, always calm, always capable. Dow and Marika in their unstoppable Nissan Patrol, ready for anything the mountain throws their way. Dwayne in his D4D Fortuner, a diesel legend with more miles and stories than most. And then there's me in my GD6 Fortuner, chasing rivers, ridge lines and everything in between. Together we set out to explore the rivers, valleys and rugged passes of Lesotho. Before the sun rose, I was already on the road, heading out of Johannesburg to meet the team. And even in the silence of the early morning, the journey was already unforgettable. We've met up, meet each other, and now we're on our way to the border post. So first the South African side, obviously, and then the Lesotho side, and we're going to make use of the Peka border post. We don't foresee any problems. All of us has got our paperwork, the car papers, the insurance papers, passports, so we're good to go and looking forward to a fantastic trip. Okay, so we're now crossing into Lesotho, and this bridge is over, goes over the Caledon River, and then obviously the Caledon River enters into the Katse Dam. So yeah, it's always nice to enter a country over a bridge. It's something nice to it. Yeah, so we're officially in Lesotho. Everything went well at the border. Like you can hear, we're in Lesotho, and let's get going. The iconic Basotho hat, known as the Mokorotlo, isn't just a national symbol, it's a tribute to the land itself. Its shape was inspired by Mount Kiluhane, a lone sandstone peak near Thabo Bosiu. Legend says that King Mushushu I, the founder of the Basotho nation, saw the mountain as a symbol of strength and resilience. The people honored it by creating a hat in its shape, a cultural crown that still represents the Basotho identity today. This is Thaba Bosiu, the mountain at night. It was here on this flat-topped mountain that King Moshoeshoe I built his stronghold in the 1820s, a place of refuge, strategy and unity. Thaba Bosiu became the birthplace of the Basotho nation. Legend says the mountain grows taller at night, keeping enemies away. To this day, it stands as a symbol of pride, resilience and identity for the people of Lesotho. So here behind me is actually a platform in Roma, and the Pope actually came here and he spoke to the Basotho people. So yeah, quite interesting to know, especially since they've elected a new Pope. So yeah, I wonder if he's gonna come here, but yes. How are you? Good, thank you. Do you stay here? Far from here, where do you stay? Okay. So it's been smooth going so far today. And yeah, we've just driven through Roma now. And we're leaving the lowlands of Lesotho now. We're going to start climbing now. So yeah, the lowlands, that's relative term. It's higher than most countries anyway, but yeah, I remember it from a previous time here. It was a very interesting route, nice and twisty and then steep uphill, so a nice place actually to test your vehicle a bit. The thing is, fortunately, I had a bit of a operation, and I'm testing the effect of that now here in the mountains, but that's going to come in another video. But it's quite fun to drive in these mountains with what I've done, and something that sounds quite nice here as well as the Graaf exhaust. It's just such a nice sound that it gives you, and it makes it even more fun driving here. There's actually a beautiful church there up on that mountain there. How are you? This is Semonkong village. Ever wonder what it looks like? Arrived Semonkong, quickly had a lunch and just finished setting up camp. And now we're going to head out and see if we can reach the confluence of the Senqu and the Senquyane River. It will be great if we can do it. I think it's about 30 or 40 kilometers, but we'll see how it goes, and then hopefully on the way back there's a nice sunset as well. Let's get going.
Out here dancing like an acrobat, you got more to hide than a Siamese cat. Cold and labor chasing after you. They tell you what to wear and tell you what to do.
So behind me is the Senquyane River. That's the river there, and that's flowing into the Senqu River. Now what's so amazing about this, especially the Senquyane River, is that it actually enters South Africa in two different ways. The way here, which basically flows into the Senqu River, which becomes the Orange River, and then the other way is it flows into the Mohale Dam, and from there the water is pumped to the Katse Dam, and from the Katse Dam it's going through a tunnel, and it ends in the Ash River, which goes into the Fall River. So yeah, it's quite amazing how these rivers all flow into each other, and that they can actually end up in your tap in two different ways. And that's exactly what we see here at Klein Pella on the banks of the Orange River. Water that started off on the Lesotho highlands, including the Senquyane River, find its way over like 1,000 kilometers or more all the way here, and then 250 kilometers further it will end up in the Atlantic Ocean. It's truly remarkable. It's as remarkable as the journey that we are currently on with our 4x4s. It's just amazing. Just have a look at this. Early this year, the Orange River came alive in a way few have seen, swollen to nearly 5,000 cubic meters per second. It tore through the arid landscape with unstoppable force. In the heart of this raw power lies something few know about, the Muggie Falls, a hidden cascade not far from the famous Agrabis Falls. Remote, rugged and mostly untouched, it's a reminder that even in well-traveled places, nature still holds a few surprises. This is the Orange River, wild, unpredictable and always awe-inspiring. So this morning I wake up and I thought, listen at this, we slept under the stars. So I looked up, it was just shining above me. And I realized it's not stars, it's ice on the inside of my tent. So yeah, no, it was a cold evening. Yeah, we're gonna pack up now soon, and then we're gonna explore the area a bit. We want to go drive down to the Senquyane River, and then from there we will go to a very special campsite tonight. So yeah, looking forward to that. Deflated our tires, so now we're on our way to the Senqu Valley. Expected driving to be a bit more technical today, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Morning, how are you?
So that's now the start of the official hardcore trekking.
Deep in the heart of Lesotho lies the Senquyane River Valley, carved over centuries by water, wind and time. Winding through steep canyons and remote highlands, this river is a lifeline to isolated villages and farmlands scattered across the mountains. Few travelers pass this way, but those who do are rewarded with raw, untamed beauty and a glimpse into the soul of Lesotho. Behind me is the Senquyane Valley. We actually, 4 or 5 years ago, we camped right down there. There's a train bridge or a bridge there, and that's where we camped about 5 years ago. So yeah, we don't know what's the condition of the road like. We think it's basically washed away, so we drove up to a viewpoint here. But yeah, what an amazing view. And comment below if you agree. I think this looks better than the Fish River Canyon. A sticker. Yeah, you want it? There's one for each of you. Giving gifts to local kids is a kind gesture, but try to avoid sweets. Many rural areas have little or no access to dental care, and sugary treats can do more harm than good. Rather share something useful like fruit or school supplies. Okay, and that was our lunch stop as well. So interesting to talk to the people here and how they live and everything. But yeah, now we're on our way to a very special campsite. Roads like this, I think that's the reason why so many of us have a four-wheel drive or 4x4. It's just you cannot just get here with a normal car. It's not vehicle braking routes, it's a bit of bumps and things like that, and you need to make sure you don't damage your tires, but generally not really a high risk route. But it's just to take you to viewpoints like that that other people cannot see, or into countries like Lesotho where you see the Basotho people, how they live, and it's such a unique and experience, and it's really a privilege to be able to do it. This is the Maletsunyane Falls, one of the highest single drop waterfalls in southern Africa. Plunging 192 meters into a deep gorge, its roar echoes through the mountains near Semonkong, the place of smoke. Locals believe this mist carries the cries of those lost through the falls, giving it a haunting legend and sacred aura. It's breathtaking, powerful and utterly unforgettable. Behind me, that's Maletsunyane Falls. There is our campsite for this night, and I'm pretty stoked about it. I don't think it can get much better than this. There's so many wild campsites, but I think this is probably one of the best ones I've been to. So now you've got some interesting facts you want to share about the animals here that's grazing the fields here.
Because of all the hills, and the angle, so the animals adapt to their environment. Grazing along the sides, the cattle, their right side legs grow longer than the left side legs. So that means that the animal actually level out as it is grazing. So that's good. But that's why the villages has the stock rotating program. So the animals going down the northern face will continue on, but they will keep count. All right, and then it is replaced by the other animals coming around again. So it's a 3-year program. But because their legs are only longer on the right hand side, you never get your own cattle back, but you get replacement cattle as it circles around. So yeah, that's just an interesting natural evolution, so it's a good thing for Lesotho.
While we look at the falls, you can decide for yourself if it's true. Okay, Ryan, you've got a new technique there for meat. What do you put on your meat?
You put chocolate onto steak, don't you? Cheese. Why can't you put Jacob's coffee? Hey,
Okay.
It tastes good.
Let's see.
Bit of a kick. Oh, lekker.
Here you go. So comment below if you ever tried Jacob's on your steak. And that was the Maletsunyane Falls campsite, and that was a special campsite. I think it's one of the nicest campsites I've had in my life. Okay, so today we're on our way to the Katse Dam, and we'll see which roads we take, which route. But yeah, I think it's going to be another exciting day. Every moment here is exciting. So yeah, let's get going.
Like an acrobat.
Yeah, so our next stop will be Roma. We will fill up, and then from there we will head towards Katse Dam.
Cold and labor chasing after you. They tell you what to wear and tell you what to do. Out there living by an old salt mine. You wonder all the way and wonder all the time.
So the plan was to fill up with diesel, but they don't have diesel, they only have petrol. So now we'll probably have to drive to Roma and fill up there, and then continue from there on.
If you're jumping from the window, close your eyes and hop right down to me. Out here dancing with a broken shoe. You're a model A, it's really coming through.
Oh, how about you? Do you have diesel?
Yeah.
You can fill up me, please. Yes, please.
I can hardly even see. Tell me what do you want more than here and now? Spinning clear mind on a
Okay, so filled up. The next stop is heading to a campsite close to Katse Dam.
while you're waiting for the future. We'll be out here making history.
As we leave Roma behind, the road begins to climb, weaving its way through some of the most spectacular mountain scenery in southern Africa. This stretch is more than just a drive. It's a journey through the high heart of Lesotho, where mountain passes twist and turn like they were carved by hand. The air grows thinner as we climb well above 2,500 meters above sea level, and the views open up into endless layers of peaks and valleys. At one point, the road hugs the edge of the Mohale Dam, another engineering marvel in Lesotho highlands, a place where water, mountains and sky come together in perfect harmony. It's hard to keep your eyes on the road when every corner looks like a postcard. This is Lesotho at its finest. We left the tar behind and hit one of the worst gravel roads we've driven in ages. The kind that rattles your teeth and tests to every bolt on your vehicle. Out here, good suspension isn't just nice to have, it's your best friend. Just ask Dwayne, he'll agree. As the sun slips behind the mountain ridges, we set up camp along the banks of the Malibamatsu River, just downstream from the mighty Katse Dam. It's wild, peaceful and impossibly beautiful. After a day of rugged trails, high passes and unforgettable views, the crackle of the fire and the flow of the river are the perfect soundtrack. This is the magic of Lesotho, remote campsite, untouched landscapes, and nights under the stars you'll remember forever. In the next episode, we venture deeper into the mountain kingdom, exploring the mighty Katse Dam with a rare tour of its towering wall and a peaceful walk through its botanical garden. We uncover yet another wild campsite with unforgettable views. Cruise along newly carved mountain roads, pause briefly at the high altitude Africa ski resort, and end the day beside a quiet river, before descending the legendary Scenic Pass, one of Africa's most iconic routes.